finally begin. Wow, I've been anticipating this campaign for a while. Hello, we're live now. To
Yay!
the one person. And we shall be playing through the Tyranny of Dragons campaign module. Starting with the Horde of the Dragon Queen and ending with the Rise of Tiamat. This campaign will take time, will be hard, and it is more than likely that one or more characters may perish. But, again, I have been underestimating these people quite often, so who knows, I might be found incorrect. Joining us today are 5 people whom we're going to be introducing as the game progresses, but for the time being, we're going to jump straight into the game. So, the 5 of you each have your own reasons to embark on this adventure. Specifically, you have made your way over to the town of Greenest, a small settlement that, beyond all odds, has drawn you all in for your own personal reasons. A pair of you, a Dragonborn and a Tabaxi, you rode here together under command from your mentor to investigate into a particular cult known as the Cult of the Dragon. You have come into Greenest to investigate. And you enter into nightfall as you arrive on the town. Greenest now is fairly well populated, but primarily it is also one of the most sparse and rich settlements that are allowing for commerce for traders and merchants into the Dragon Coast. As you arrive into the night town, settling your horses in the one available inn, you find out that a caravan has actually come into the town to rest for the night as well. A caravan consisting of about 10 different merchant carts and Lord knows how many other merchant houses on them. Tonight, it is a night of celebration, as one of the primary members of the community here in Greenest, generally known as Governor Nighthill, is throwing a small festival for the people of the town. Now, it is important to mention that, despite all odds, some of you are already here. But we're gonna focus on the Tabaxi and the Dragonborn for now. What you both know of one another is that you were both assigned this mission from your mentor. Beyond that, you rode all the way from Waterdeep here, taking you days of riding just to get here, to this town, but you don't really know much about each other. The road has been long and conversation relatively sparse. One of the figures is a Tabaxi, and I would like you, Cole, to introduce your character.
I am Dust of the Path. I am being sent here by my mentor, Onfar Froome. And yes, I am generally a member of the Harpers, but my good friend Onfar, believes I am capable enough to deal with some sort of situation in Greenest.
And with you is a red-scaled Dragonborn. Xander, I would like you to introduce your character.
Okay, I am Balasar, the paladin of Behemoth, and I have been summoned here by my old friend and mentor, Ontar Froome, and I am coming to investigate the rumors of dragon activity. I think.
If you would like to describe how your characters look.
Yeah, Dust as he's a white furred tabaxi. He's dressed in grey robes. He's got hoods. He's kind of shadowy, as is the want of a rogue.
And Balasar is a tall red dragonborn in like black armor, carrying a massive black shield and sure, a black longsword as well. Why not? There's a color theme.
As both of you enter into town, as I said, there is a festival ongoing currently into the square, right up here. Now you are here again on a mission, after resting your horses onto the stables of the one available inn that is currently open in Greenest, known as the Hawk's Roost. You make your way into the town square and, well, you must find some information. The people here, they are currently listening to some good music by some of the bars that are playing in the open. There is a few guardsmen that are celebrating with drinks. The atmosphere is relatively cheery, and both of you are looking for information. So, what would you like to do?
I personally think after a long ride, I'm quite parched, wouldn't you say?
I would agree. Let us venture into the inn, get some drinks, and see if we can find out more information about the area.
The arrival of a giant red dragonborn should cause a stir, at least.
Yes, I'd prefer if we kept a low profile, but it is what it is. I'll lead the way.
Yeah, there is currently an open stall serving drinks to the people sitting in wooden chairs and wooden tables. It's very much like a local celebration. You settle down in front of the barkeep's in quotations stall, and you take a couple of orders of meat. Is there anything else you would like to ask?
Could you tell me any more, sir, about this celebration that is currently being held in the town? Everyone seems in a very jovial mood.
The barkeep turns to you. What you can see as a woman. She appears to be currently filling up your orders, and she says, "Oh, you haven't heard? Of course. Currently, we are celebrating. We were celebrating last week's festivities. We are entering finally into the summer solstice. But we are also celebrating a successful harvest. My husband Kath has been making some really good profits, and with the governor's allowance, we have been throwing a small, event for the town. I mean, we've got merchants coming by for the last 2 days, so it's a perfectly reason to celebrate. What brings you to this part?"
I'll look at the dragonborn beside me. Obviously, on far sent us both, but should we I don't want to panic people.
A low profile is necessary, I understand.
Yes.
Our business is our own,
No, fair enough.
but we come to enjoy the revelry.
Well,
Raise the drink.
yeah, it gives you the drinks. Cheers! And she walks off to give another order, giving you some space.
A happy time for the people.
Indeed. This doesn't seem like somewhere where a Dragonborn Paladin and an Agent of Shadows should be requested, as of yet.
I doubt Onfar was wrong, though. We should continue searching.
Absolutely.
As you are looking around, Eurist, you have been sitting on the bar enjoying a frothy cup of mead, and you listen to these two strangers who came into the fair. Both of them are immediately catching your attention due to the fact that one of them is a tabaxi and the other one's a dragonborn, for crying out loud. So as you're catching into their attention to what they're saying, you also notice that as you're looking at the two of them, they have got the attention of two other individuals that are also mingling in currently with the crowd. One of them appearing to be a human, draped in a green cloak and leather vestments, and another one appearing to be a female woman with female woman, a woman with chainmail armor and what appears to be heavier weaponry, currently armed. What you would assume would probably be a guardsman. And the two of you also listening into the conversation these two be having, because they attracted your attention the moment that they came in, and all three of you have been generally keeping your own eye out for any activity of the Cult of the Dragon for your own reasons. But not all of you. For primarily one of you is here for a meeting with a certain someone. Looking over the crowd, you notice that amidst the drinking populace, a lone half-elf is scribbling notes into an open book, flanked by a pair of robed initiates. What one of you will recognize as a certain member of the Harpers.
Dust sees us, of course. That is Dust, right?
Yes.
That sees us. Yep.
All of you are here on the fair right now, so.
Yeah. Dust will nudge Balasar and I recognize this individual.
Strange. He doesn't look familiar to me. Where do you know him from?
He's part of our organization.
Your organization in which you refused to tell me about so many times on the way over.
You must have some secrets, possibly.
I am not one for secrets. Do you wish to meet with this man? Or this person?
I will approach this individual.
I'm going to stay at the bar.
Yep.
With it, keeping my eye on it.
Yep. Aiden, you notice that this tabaxi that entered into town begins to make his way over to Leosin. And as you approach the half-elf, he kind of gives you not really much of a piece of mind, he just looks towards you. And one of the initiates stops before he can. Hello, I'm going to help you with something.
Greetings. I would like to speak with this individual here.
Oh, by all means. Sure, take a chair. And he slides in one of the wooden chairs for you to sit on.
Good. Obviously, as a member of the Harpers, is there some sort of secret sign or something I can say to?
Sure, make one up.
Let's see. I give him a really slow wink.
You look at him straight in the eyes, go. And the monk turns to you, and for a moment you do see him contemplating whether to respond, studying your features, I don't believe you would be the contact I requested, but I wasn't given much of a description. I'm assuming you're...
Tell me.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
I'm assuming you're new to the guild?
It has been a recent addition to my life, yes, membership to this guild. But I've been sent here by a good friend, and I am here to find out information on a particular cult.
By the way, this is how Leosin looks like.
Right.
Yes, he is an elven monk, member of the Harpers, and also your contact, Aiden, that you were supposed to be meeting up here with. As the half-elf looks, she goes, "So by all means, tell me what brings you to my table."
I recognize you as a member of our faction, and I'm wondering if you know anything more about this business that has brought me here to Greenest.
Well, we all have our own tasks. I am personally here for research. You know how it is. Information.
Information is the way of the world.
Well, it does make the world go round, and it is also an important reason to have access to. As of right now, I am studying one of the few books that this town really has, apparently. It's a mercantile business regulate. I am just looking over the current goods that have come in and out of this town, and I'm trying to figure out if there's anything interesting about them. Now, what brings you to this place? He flips a page off the book.
My associate Onfar Froom of the Gauntlets sent me here to discover if there's anything amiss in this town.
Oh.
Particularly relating to the dragons.
Right, I see. Well, I see we're here for the same reason then. Good. I will then reconvene with my notes and talk to you tomorrow. It is good to meet another member. And he extends a hand to you.
And Dust shakes it. Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. I will gather some of my information and meet with you tomorrow. Do you have a place of stay?
There's an inn. I left a horse. I imagine I will find residence there. Tell me, you mentioned I am not your contact. Is there another of our guild here?
I was assuming you would be. I was awaiting, well, not necessarily a harper. I was awaiting for another. But, well, I suppose the world is more dangerous than I originally expected.
Indeed. And I guess I'll take my leave and I'll head back to Balasar.
Very well. And you see the half like closes his book, and with his two initiates, they begin to move away from the fair.
You seem to have scared him off, Dust.
Not. He wasn't expecting me,
Oh.
but he is investigating similar matters to us. He said he'll speak to me in the morning. That's actually no page, by the way. But there may be others of help to us nearby. Should keep an eye out.
Help and detriment, I may feel.
As others usually are.
I'd like to scope around the bar to see if I can just give it a wary glance around to see if anyone's been listening or
Of course.
anything like that.
Give me a perception check.
Yep, 1 second.
Yeah, it's just been asked the same. We're looking out for someone's.
Sure.
I don't even know where I am.
Yeah, go for
Apparently.
it. Dust.
Are you attempting to look for someone? That is terrible. Look.
I'm just
Look.
staring at. There's no one at the bottom of this glass.
I see. Allow me. I guess swift look around.
Okay, first of all, what are you doing? I'm referring to the rest of the players at this moment.
Urist is mostly just drinking away his happiness, having a good time, and keeping his eyes peeled.
Yeah, Susan is probably just sitting in with a group of people trying to mingle in.
And Aiden has noticed Leo isn't just leaving and is going to make his way to go and try and speak to him and meet up.
Okay. Yeah, you notice a couple of people are currently just standing to themselves. There's a few guardsmen that are drinking. There's a few of the travelers from the caravans that are currently not really drinking, but discussing among themselves. You notice there's a few exotic people here. Sure, there's like a couple of elves, a couple of other dwarves, one or two gnomes you can see. There's also another like dragonborn, hooded, sitting on one of the other tables. But other than that, most of the people here are just having a good time, from what you can tell. At this point, you notice that one of these individuals, currently wearing half-plate armor, catches your attention. That of Governor Nighthill. You know of him as the leading member of the community here in Greenest. He's currently discussing, apparently, with other members of the guard and the like. As you're chasing after the elven monk, Aiden, you notice that as you're moving away from the fair, the elven monk kind of like takes a turn to one of the ways down river, and as you're approaching, you see him stop dead in his tracks. You're about 30 or so feet away from the fair, just barely seeing the river downstream. He turns towards you and goes, "It is relatively rude." Huh. Well, as I live and breathe.
Good day, Leosin. It's good to see you again. Thank you for before. I'm here to repay my debt,
Oh,
as
please.
you asked.
I'm certain you would do the same thing in my situation. Nevertheless,
Of course.
I have come here for personal reasons. I assume that you have also been here. I've noticed that I have, well, there's another member of my organization here as well. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on them to see whether they are actually who they say they are. But it would be good to have some extra assistance with this. I wanted to talk to you, however. Please follow me.
Of course.
And as you're walking, he says, you do notice that the two initiates are keeping an eye out for other people. You do notice that as you're walking, he says, "Well, as of right now, I have been studying into a relatively old group of people. My research has been a bit skewered, or a few pieces are missing. But I am getting close to finding out something pretty important, and I would like to talk with you about it tomorrow. I will bring our Harper ally with us. It would be wise to have some extra hands, especially if they are already hired from the faction. Now, the other thing that I want to talk to you about specifically is that I'm having some doubts. I told you that it was urgent when I called you, and this debt that I wish for you to help me repay is that, well, I suppose more information should come by the morrow, but as of right now what you need to know is that I am researching into a group of very dangerous people, and if my information and my suspicions are correct, these group of people might be a bit too dangerous for the realms overall. So we're going to discuss this tomorrow. Is there a place I can find you to meet with? I will be meeting with the other Harp Ranger by the Hawk's Roost, so perhaps, if you haven't already, rent a room in there. And if you can keep an eye on the back sea, I would appreciate it.
Yes. I will do.
Thank you. Well, with that in mind, I will be seeing you tomorrow.
Did see you tomorrow.
Correct me if I'm wrong, have you grown an inch?
Or two, yes. It's been quite a while.
The half-elf gives you a nod and proceeds to walk down the way, up to one of the smaller houses, and enters it. And yeah, now for back into the fair, the rest of you who are there, what do you want to do?
Urist would like to keep an eye out and see if he can spot a particular half orc in the crowd or in the general area.
Make a perception check.
I will make a perception check. No.
You're looking around, surprisingly, much like the Dragonborn beside you, you're just a bit too deep into your mugs of drink, so looking around, it's like, there's so many people. Why are half of them wearing cloaks? This is weird. You can't seem to see a half-orc. There's a very burly human that you can see as the governor, but beyond that, most of them are sticks. Too thin. What about the rest of you? I cannot hear you, Roderick. You're muted.
Is that better?
Yes.
Am I back? Am I back? No, my character's just going to, again, try and mingle in with the crowd, but try and keep a low profile as much as he can without trying to constantly blurt out his name and boast what he's done in the past.
Very well. Sure. Are you trying to find like some kind of information, or are you just trying to mingle?
Yeah, my character is trying to just go, oh, look at me, I'm amazing, basically.
Make a performance check.
Oh no.
7.
You go up to a crowd of people, like confident that they are going to welcome you in as the celebrity that you believe you are. And as you go up to them, you flaunt yourself, your wealth and titles from your home. And the 5 travelers just stop talking in their conversation and they turn towards you with a just look of confusion, mild amusement, and a little bit of interest for just a couple of seconds before they continue back into their conversation, trying to ignore you.
Damn it.
Very well. As the rest of you are mingling in, unless anyone wants to do anything else, you hear a sound. Ring, 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 ring. As you see the governor ringing a small bell onto the side, standing on top of a crate. Your attention, your attention for a moment. I would like really quickly to propose a toast, and as he says toast, you hear a bunch of people who are already a bit too deep into their mugs themselves raise them up and say, "Here, here!" And you see the governor just shake his head. A toast to Mrs. and Mr. Cuth for hosting this fair event. And a moment to thank them. And also to thank the travelers who have come here today and dropped some of their wonderful coin into our little town. And you hear some snickering and some laughter coming from the sideways. Regardless, enjoy your day. I will be retreating back to the keep. And I wish you all a wonderful night. And you see the governor step down from the crate and proceeds to leave the fair with a couple of guardsmen.
Balasar would like to just turn to dust and say, I feel this is a good opportunity as any to get this man by himself for a little chat, don't you think?
I agree.
Would you like to go have a chat and I'll hang back a little?
We are both here on the same mission. Come.
Absolutely.
Are you
Let's
trying
stroll off after him.
Yeah, are you trying to sneak up to him?
No.
No.
Alright.
I fear what they might get of us if we do that.
So you finish your little talk and you stand up and you proceed to tail after the governor. The rest of you also can see that, but primarily, as you tell him about 20 feet off, further from the fair, you would bump into Aiden, who is also returning from her meeting with Leosin, as the governor passenger says, "Oh, good day." And proceeding, you can talk to him about 30 feet away from the fair and beyond. You're pretty much alone.
Governor, a moment of your time.
He turns around.
My associate and I are here. We've been tasked to come here by a mutual acquaintance, Onfar Froome. You may know him.
That's an interesting name you're bringing up. Yes, I'm aware of the person you speak of. What brings you to our little town?
Balasar, do you want to say? Or shall I?
I think that, like, aside, I want to give you a look of kind of, let's not give too much away here. I don't like that response. I'd like to press more about, Froome. It's like, you seem perturbed when we mentioned Onthar. You friends? Do you know each other?
Well, not personally, no. I didn't have the pleasure. I, however, do know him by name. It's a rather famous individual. Living in Waterdeep, if I'm not incorrect, yes?
Yes.
Well, if that is the case, any friend of the old man is a friend of mine.
Well met. I am Balasar, a paladin of Bahamut. I bring you good tidings, and thank you for welcoming us into this wonderful celebration in your lovely town.
And I am Dust of the Path. Friend of Balasar.
Well, I can't say I've had much experience with, well, agents of Bahamut's fate, but, well, welcome. Is there any particular reason you have been sent here, if that's the case?
I give a side look to Balasar. Simply that Onfar said there was reason for us to come to Greenest. We were hoping you could provide more information. We are capable travelers, and if he sent us here, must be good reason for it.
Must this be right this moment? It is relatively late, and I do not want to miss my morning tea, but, well, if it is urgent, of course.
If Onthar sent us, it must have been urgent. The man does not make summons lightly.
Then speak. What is your purpose here?
Dust, if you would mind.
Well, you're the one who doesn't want to give too much away, but if I just say, it's the dragon girl. You know.
Okay, there have been rumors of certain activities which would be frowned upon by his order, by the what are they called?
Order.
The Gauntlet. Yes, thank you. That would potentially be of interest to the Order of the Gauntlet, and we are here just to ascertain the validity of these rumors. Could you shed any light on this?
You see the governor scrub the side of his cheek. Why, well, I'm not really familiar. We've had brigands before enter through Greenest. What you're telling me is troublesome.
Oh, I don't mean to cause alarm.
I'm afraid it is a tad too late, but... I'm going to have to look over my tomes back at the keep. I shall inform you by day's rise, if that's the case. regarding that.
Can I see if there's like when we mentioned on fire and the rumors of being trouble? Was there anything like? Did he seem like he was surprised or shocked or anything?
Make an insight check. You saw surprise regarding Onthar's name being mentioned. Not as much as the cult you're looking into. You saw much more worry in that aspect. Like his face kind of like he frowned, his face darkened a bit. Beyond any of that, a very natural response really. He's not really trying to hide anything from you.
That's all I'm looking for. Okay. If you prefer to speak in the morning, after you recover from tonight's festivities, that will be fine. Happy to speak to you later.
Of course, I would enjoy that also. Well, perhaps it might
Well,
be necessary to do so.
Well, I'd like to thank you for your time. You've been most helpful. My friend and I will head back to the tavern and have some more libations, I believe, before turning in. Thank you for your time.
Farewell.
Likewise. And he turns around, mumbling to himself, as he heads for the keep.
What do you make of him, Just?
He seems to be. He knows Onfar. He certainly seemed surprised to hear the name, but he seemed concerned about these rumors. But I don't think he was trying to hide anything from us.
Well, at least we still have your friend as a lead.
Yes. The plot thickens.
Yeah, I'd like to just walk back to the tavern where we started.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing in the fair? Are you just partying until it's time to just go to rest?
Well, actually, was Urst a bit, did he actually see the Dragonborn and the Tabaxi leave the tavern?
Yeah, they were not hiding the fact that they were going after the governor once he left.
Could I see if someone was taking extra notice of them leaving and following?
Make a perception check. Um, 13. You notice for a moment, as the pair of them left the fair, not a lot of people really cared to notice. There were just a couple of glimpses, but you did notice one of the individuals that drew a bit more attention than others. You notice that the blue dragonborn kind of like leered their head over the side, just shaked it as they left.
Okay.
Beyond that, no. Most people are here celebrating, discussing. And if you really wanted, you could also probably incite a brawl.
I'm not that kind of dwarf.
Good on you. Break those stereotypes.
But yeah, is any one of you wanting to do anything else, or do you just decide that this probably might be a time to relax a bit and then head for rest?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm planning to do.
Keep an eye
I
on
was going
people.
to prop up the bar until early hours and then head to a bed somewhere.
You're gonna be staying up like the entire night? Just
No, just for like until I'm well sourced.
okay.
Well enough.
Sure enough.
Yeah, I'd probably watch him for a bit. Realize he's quite badly sauced, like slap him on the shoulder, then leave for the end myself.
eventually, okay, so you stay in the celebration, drinks are had, there's a couple of songs sung by the locals, there's a little bit of dancing, there's a little bit of joy passing around, some tales by the small fire an apprentice wizard creates on the side of the road, but it is a good night. Up into the late hours of the up into the early hours of the morning, around like 1, you begin to just head back to one of the few actually available places that you could rent a room as an inn here in Greenest, since most of them are already taken by the caravan that is visiting by Hawk's Roost. You head in and you decide to just go up to your rooms and settle down a bit. You enter your rooms, they're pretty plain. The inn itself is currently quiet. And night's rest comes fairly naturally to most of you. Not really much of an issue. You just settle down into your beds and let some of the more troublesome thoughts linger for a moment before subsiding into the gentle caress of sleep. Time passes. Some of you wake up a bit earlier than others. Not because you're early birds, primarily because of the sound coming off from your windows. You hear a boom of thunder just. Bit of thunder and lightning wakes a couple of you up who are more light sleepers. Not very slowly following that, you begin to hear more and more of the thunder just. The thunder and the lightning now echo hardly. A storm, probably. About 5 minutes in, most of you are either awake grumpily because of the early awakening, so you just start to prepare yourselves. Can everyone give me a perception check? Or nature, your choice. Very well. Xander, you're the last one to notice this, as you're fairly capable of not really feeling that much since you're a Red Dragonborn, but for most of you, as you're just finishing your dressing up and settling up your equipment for the day, you begin to feel there is a certain warmth into the rooms, but most of you also smell smoke. And you start to hear shouts from outside. As you open your windows, some of you bear witness to a horrible event happening. As you see, head first, just looking out of the window, you see like a plank fall right onto the side of the tavern, just burning as there's a raid happening right now. And one of the most horrifying things is the visage of an enormous blue dragon circling around the town, lightning spreading from its jaw. What are you all doing?
Well, Dustin's gonna grab his equipment and run to the door of the tavern.
Yeah,
Yep, I'm gonna do the same.
definitely.
Yep. I'm gonna check the rooms on my way out, just to check if anyone's trapped or.
You're Aiden. What are you doing?
Getting dressed, grabbing my battle axe, and getting out of there.
Yep, the same. Running
Wise, as most of you are leaving your rooms, you do notice that about half of them just collapse as burning wood and fallen, just ashen haystacks from the roof just kind of cave in. You arrive onto the front of the building to be met with with smoke, burning pyres onto the top of haystacks and buildings, and stacked up barrels and wood. And you notice, with your peripheral vision, those of you who have a passive perception above 10, notice this.
Yes.
As you're looking around, you see a small gathering of humans, about 5 of them, are currently running away from a group of other 5 smaller creatures. A pair of adults and 3 children. One of the adults you recognize as Cuth from the event, currently bleeding from the side and in a terrible condition as his wife is using a pitchfork to push back what appears to be small, scaly, draconic creatures. Kobolds. And I think...
How far away are they about?
I think the best way to answer that is to just drop you in there.
Hey!
Hey.
Here we go.
Oh, he's almost dead.
For reference's sake, the children are around him. As you see the little creatures swarming around, like encircling the woman that you met last night. She's calling out for help. I think I'm gonna give you a really quick handout for those who are not familiar with the little troublemakers. These are kobolds. And most of them are exactly like in this description. They're wearing not really much, just loincloth, some pants. Some of them are wearing, a couple of them are wearing pants. One of them has a shirt, definitely not belonging to it because it is red. Just white shirt drenched in blood. And most of them are bearing little daggers and slings as they are encircling around this woman. What are your immediate reactions?
Kill
Sprinting
Goblin.
towards.
Let's help these people.
Yes.
And then stick a sprinting.
Very well. Then we're going to be going into combat as you're going to be assisting these people against the kobolds. Right. These kobolds have mob mentality, meaning that I'm going to roll a single initiative roll for them, and they're all going to be acting on that initiative.
Colin, what's your
Oh, it
Dex.
is. My dexterity is 18.
So yeah, you go first. Oh yeah, you went to 16.
For those who don't know, if you want your initiative to be shown on the tracker, you have to click on your token first and then rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, is everyone on the initiative tracker?
Sorry,
Yes.
1 second.
No.
Kobold does the path.
Actually, I'm gonna change mine to 8 because I messed up first.
It's time to actually learn how to play my class.
Right, is everyone having rolled their initiative and be accurate on the order?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. Then let us begin. The kobolds, as you're exiting from the tavern, bursting through the open door that kind of like closes on its own, you see a couple of kobolds go, and they speak in the language that is not common. So, who among you know Draconic?
Who just
I
does?
do.
I do.
Balasar does.
Excellent. You hear the little kobold hiding in quotations on the brush here. Just point towards you. Go. All right. We have enemies coming. Big toes. Hurl rocks. And the pair of kobolds up here are going to move up a bit. Yeah, they're gonna just. Yeah, they're gonna move up a bit. actually. And they're going to throw stones. Balasar, this one is first coming at you. That's a natural one. And Aiden, this one is coming at you. This is a 20 to hit.
That definitely.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. The rest of the kobolds, you see 2 of them are going to stick towards the young woman, while one of them is going to move around her. Sorry, 5. And start approaching you, and you see him as he's approaching. His steps are very nimble. He's moving around, and the 2 other ones are going to go up to the woman and start attacking. You notice that as they are stabbing at her, the kobolds seem to be quite capable of striking down at this woman, while both of them are stabbing her. So she takes 7 points of damage. Okay.
Oof.
Balsar.
So I'd like to run forward. Could you please explain how to do that roll 20?
Yes, of course. So, when you want to move your token, you can use the little mouse you have to click on it, and you can use either the arrow keys to move it or just drag it down.
Okay, and I can move 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna run there, and I would like to use my breath attack in a cone, catching. I can catch these 2 kobolds.
Yes, you can.
These 2.
Oh no. Okay. Cool. Is that the dexterity saving throw?
Sorry, 1 second. I believe it is. It is a DC of 8 plus my Constitution, so that'll be 9.
Wow. And your proficiency, I'm not sure.
Oh, sorry, yeah, and my proficiency,
So 11.
which is 2.
I'm afraid both of them succeed with a 15 and a 19. Nimble little creatures. Roll your damage.
So. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you have to use.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is not enough to really put them down as you move up and start to belch out flames from your maw. You see the brushes just catch fire as the 2 kobolds screech in anguish as they are quite literally burned. It scorches! You see, like, they slam their open hands on their little flares. Goes, ow, 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 ow. They are not happy. Is there anything else you want to do for your time?
I think that's all I can do, really.
No? Dust?
Dust is going to have to make use of his feeling agility to sprint at this kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
A mad dash, he runs past the other guys. Balasar, attack with me. And he's going to attempt to slash this one. He's slightly burnt.
Yeah. 14 hits. You see the with a nimble thrust of your rapier, you see the kobold just lay low.
Vile creatures, face us, and that'll be me. Yeah.
Very well. Assassin.
Yeah, I'm going to move to about here. Move it here-ish, and then I'm going to fire at this kobold on the far left.
Okay, so you leap over the little stone wall and go right ahead.
With a long bow. Okay.
As you leap over the wall, holding the bow in one hand, and you land onto the grass, you look up, string back your bow, and release. And the kobold ducks to the side, putting both hands over his head like, yeah! Right? You missed!
You know, it's going to be my turn.
Eurist.
Eurus is going to take his short legs and move all the way over here and cast Sacred Flame on this guy.
All right. Ah, 14 on the saving throw.
Oh well.
Yeah, you do notice they are pretty nimble. As the as you throw a small little flame onto its feet and it combusts into radiant fire, you see the couple go just start tap dancing on the floor like on the spot. Yeah, I'm assuming that's your turn.
Yes.
Aiden.
Okay. I'm gonna move up 10, 20, 25 up next to Balasar. And then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on this kobold here, part 1.
Oh my god, this one kobold. Wisdom, right? Okay.
Yes.
0.
Perfect.
You point at the kobold, and with a divine command, you see the kobold just like, oh no! Also drop on the ground. I'm assuming that's your turn. So at the end of the round, on initiative round 0, the humans can turn towards you going, thank the stars, someone came to save us. As the wounded man takes hold of his children, and they're going to just move up behind you. As the woman looks at all of you, and she's going to disengage. So right in between both of you. But kobolds, on the other hand, are not very happy of what just happened. So, big stabber, skilled friends. Stab him! The little runs on the back, they're gonna move up. Yeah! As for the other one, the one that you pulled an arrow towards Sasson, you see the kobold just starts gutting it for you. It is dashing towards your direction. So, for the two kobolds, each of them are going to make an attack towards Aiden and Balasar with their little daggers. And you notice that they do have advantage on the roll due to their pack tactics. So, okay, Aiden, that is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
You take 5 points of piercing damage. Balasar, this is a 17 to hit.
Misses.
As the other almost was dealt 6 damage. As the other kobold swipes upwards, you parry the blow. As for Aiden, however, the little kobold shoves a little the little crooked dagger it has onto your knee plate, and blood begins to spur. The kobold on the top, right next to the human ranger, is going to attempt to stab you with a dagger. This is a 22 to hit.
Yes!
Yeah, for,
That will hit.
for
I
3
don't have my bullshit shield.
Yep, for 3 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
Balasar.
So I'm going to try and swing my longsword at the kobold straight in front of me.
That hits.
21 to hit, and then damage would be.
Oh, you have to click on the longsword in the chat in the roll 20 to hit it.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
That is an unfortunate critical hit.
That's
Missed crit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'll
no,
do.
the wrong. That's the wrong.
No,
one.
sorry. There you go. That's what I meant to do.
Yeah, you cleave this kobold in twain as the little guy does not stand a chance. Immediately just decapitated.
And then I think, can I still use my movement?
Oh yes.
I'd like to just put myself in between this kobold, so just flank there, if I can.
Certainly. Dust.
Dust is going to take advantage of Balasar's opening. Tell the woman to seek shelter. Jump in here and attempt to spear the kobolds.
Go for it. That hits.
A sneak attack, so... Oop.
Yeah, that's a very dead kobold falling to the ground with a yip.
And I guess I moved there, so I got 20 feet of movement. Could move here. Yeah. Gonna duck out and then surround this one.
Very well.
Just snapping me.
Okay. Assassin.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my longbow to the side and take out my 2 short swords and then stab him with both of them.
Okay, go for it.
Is that right?
Nope. Yes.
Hit him with it offhand at least. 5
Just
plus
enough to take down
2
the kobold.
because he's a humanoid. What?
Yeah, just enough to take down the kobold as it.
Yes.
You thrust the blade and you see the little kobold go. Eh. Ah! Ugh. Collapses right in front of you. With the kobold slain, the immediate threat is assessed. However, you do notice around you there are more raiders. Everyone give me perception checks. Right on. So, for reference's sake, you are down here on the map. And right now, as you are finishing off taking down the kobolds, you notice there is more groups of people around you that are currently pillaging against the town's defenders. The guardsmen are currently being overwhelmed by the attackers, and for those of you who rolled, unfortunately, you can't really make a lot of information as to what you're looking at. The smoke kind of makes it difficult to see much detail. So, right now, as you take down the last kobold, you then look around yourself, just kind of get an understanding of what the hell is happening. Some of you have your fears realized of, yep, this is why we're here. With the kobolds dead, the family turns to you, and is any of you, by the way, looting the kobolds for the sake of time?
No.
Yeah, Urist will probably pick through them and see what they got.
I'll make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Or perception. Yeah, that will do it. As you're looking through the bodies, you do notice that they are carrying small sacks on them, specifically either on the sides or on their backs. As you're rummaging through, you see there are some pretty interesting material in these sacks, valuables of the people of the town. Are you looting these?
Yes.
You find specifically about 50 gold worth of valuable items that have been stolen from the town. Cherished and family heirlooms in the form of like little vases, little pots, plates, small portraits, some jewelry, the like, and even some coin. But yeah, this is 50 gold worth of looting material.
Noted.
Do we see this happen?
Yes.
What are you doing? This is no time to be pillaging the deads. You're no better than they are. Let's help people.
ensure that they return to the right people if they survive. I'm not taking them for myself.
I just want to stare sternly at Eurist with intent.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go start looking for other kobolds to go kill.
Yeah, about that.
That's a more pressing problem.
That is a very easy thing to do. There is a small group of about how many? There's a small group of about 8 kobolds up ahead. There's another group of 3 kobolds and a pair of humanoid figures skulking through on the other side. There are people all around you, raiders, and their numbers are a little bit too many, from what you can see. Specifically, you can't really, as I said, make details of it, but you can tell that you're a bit outnumbered. And as you are looking around, you see the woman turn to you, bleeding heavily from the stab wounds, saying, I thank you so much for helping with this. We need to seek the keep. Find shelter.
Does anyone know medicine? Can anyone heal?
Yeah, could anyone like bandage this woman up?
I can, yes. I use lay on hands and healer for, should we say, like, how much would do it to stop her from dying?
A medicine check.
1.
Will do.
Just a medicine check.
Yeah, if you want to heal someone, the healing will automatically like stop the immediate death, obviously, the threat of death. But
So do you want me to make a medicine check?
if you want,
Or just
It's-
why not?
it's your choice.
There you go.
You take about like a minute to just quickly patch her up. You tear a bit of clothing you have spare to just kind of bandage the open wounds, just to halt the immediate bleeding. And she says, "Thank you, thank you."
All right. Shall we head for this keep then?
Should.
I say so.
Defensible
We,
position.
yeah, and escort as many people as we can over there.
Yes.
All right, so.
Can I look around to see how many people I can see?
Oh, there's a lot of raiders around you. There are people currently walking the sides. There's soothes of kobolds, and a lot of them are gathering around the front of the keep.
Do you know if there's any other entrances to the keep?
Me?
I asked the cuffs.
I'm afraid only the governor really knows that. If we have to, however, get in, I believe we should be able to reach it either from the main road or somehow else. We are in no position to fight. But if you are, we could find refuge in that manner. I leave that up to you.
So the numbers of enemies at the keep, do they look like there's too many to fight?
Again, I would ask for a perception check.
Yeah.
Since kobolds come under my favorite enemy, would I just know that innately?
Sorry, what?
My favorite enemy is humanoids.
Yeah.
Right. Like kobolds count as that, so would I just know innately like how many there are and if we could fight them?
Oh, usually what you know immediately is that kobolds make large groups in their hosts. Give me a history check with advantage because of your chosen enemy. Dust, you do look around. You see that it is not large amounts of enemies around you. There are a few groups that are patrolling, raiding and pillaging. They seem a bit preoccupied with said pillaging, so you can assume that you could either try to pass off as raiders to make it to the camp, or find some other way that is more, less heroic to reach it, or you could attempt to just outright fight your way to there. Either way, the choice is up to really you. As for you, my fellow ranger, it could be that it could be between the numbers of 20 to 100 kobolds in this place. Currently attacking.
20 to 100.
That is a lot of kobolds.
I know I could potentially sneak into the keep myself, but to escort all of us, I don't know if we'd be able to do that.
How many kobolds are by the entrance, the actual entrance to the fort?
Not many right now. You can see they are currently busy, as I said, pillaging the town itself. So outside of the keep, there are not that many right now, but Lord knows how long that will last.
Hmm.
Is it a play of just straight down the middle and take the advantage while we can of the small number by the keep entrance?
Well,
Right,
does
right.
any of us need healing if we're gonna go back in?
Oh, one person needs.
As I look towards Hayden.
The one
The
person
heavy
that
green
can
guy.
heal needs healing.
Am I the only one who has any healing properties
I'm
right now?
also a healer as well, so I will actually heal myself before we go.
Alright. How much are you healing yourself for?
Depends what I get with this goes.
Hmm.
So back almost full.
Alright. So, you're making your way back at the keep.
Yeah, I guess so. Still a place to
How?
go, and
I reckon the shortest way, strike while the iron is hot.
Indeed. Can we try and thin the herd a little with anyone with ranged attacks?
possible. Does anyone have any ranged attacks?
I
Yeah.
have ranged attacks. I'm a ranger.
That makes sense. Yeah, do you want to try and take a pot shot at one of them, or try and thin the herd a little before we go charging?
But just start shooting at them until they
Yeah.
come to us. Yeah, sure. I do extra damage as well
Mm.
because revised ranger. But yeah, I think we should. If we've got really no other choice, just try and break through.
Yeah, I do have a short bow.
Alright, so you're going to be attacking any enemies you see.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah. If they, I would prefer if we all sneak up. That's my way of approaching things. Sneak up until we get to the keep, and then when we get to the keep, attacking enemies there, then get in.
Yeah, like we could just remain concealed and try and stealthily work our way up there, and then attack
Yeah.
when needed.
Yeah, let's try this. My way. Let's everyone do as I do, and let's try and sneak through the town.
Follow the rogue.
Massive paladin dragonborn, keeping close to the
Clunk.
ground.
Clunk, clunk. Shh.
So what are you doing?
We're gonna try to stealthily approach the keep.
Right on. Okay. So first of all,
Oh.
as you're making your way towards the keep, are you going through the main road? The main road?
If we're here, could maybe try and go like hit this way.
Yep, try and stay in the shadows off the main road.
Yeah.
Very well. Excellent. I need a group stealth. Really quickly. So everyone make a stealth check. I will be adding it up and.
Eurus, that bag of loot you just took.
Just
making
dragging
a lot
it.
of noise.
Thank you, heavy armor.
Alright. That is a 12.6 on stealth. Neat. No. Okay. So, as you're making your way through, you're passing by a small group of enemies. A small group on your first track onto the side of the building, and you do notice there's not too far away from the building currently trying to set it up on fire, failing a bit because apparently thatch is not really that flammable. Mostly hay is. You do notice that one of the small groups, about 4 kobolds with a pair of these draped humans in black cloaks, and what appears to be a kobold with wings, kind of trying to set this building on fire. And I will also give you a bit of an imagery on the individual humans that you can see some of you who have been assigned into the case of researching into the dragon cult do recognize immediately the garments of these individuals. As they're trying to set the building on fire, they yell, "Faster! Come on! We have to be done with this in 5 minutes ago!" Chop chop! And you see the little goblins just having a gleefully good time just setting the little wooden hutches on fire, not really paying attention to you as you make your way past them. As you're leaving...
Good, I suppose.
Yep, as you're leaving, I will need another one, and I will need another one after that. There is 2 more groups on your way there.
Okay. Why?
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said, there's only 4 raiders.
It's always one.
Right, that
That's the whole
is,
thing there.
that is also a success. And
Hey.
I will need
My
one
God.
more group stealth. The last group is about an 11 person group, as you see, 6 kobolds with 4 cultists and a single winged kobold, also like making their way around the keep.
Okay.
It's not great.
3 5s. Ooh.
If only I didn't have heavy armor, I got a nat 20.
Alright.
I pull up the rest of the team, though, don't I?
You stealth forward and you see a small group of a few kobolds and like a single cultist like being a bit closer to the keep, trying to find a way to sneak in. Well, most of your companions are heading straight for the gate, as you yourself does. You move a bit closer to the kobolds, and you hear them. They're all looking up at the wall, going, "Wow, big stones! Yes, big stones. Climb? Nah, no, too tall. Throw rock? Yes." And you see the kobolds just throwing rocks at the wall. You make your way over towards the currently open keep gate. As you enter in, you see the keep gate entrance just go close, and you're the last group to enter through the gate before it is closed and barred. You see people putting up a pair of large wooden palisades behind it to close it from entering, and yeah, as you enter, some of you may start to hear a bit of a commotion. Is any of you going up to the keep's walls?
I will.
You see
Yeah,
encircling
range
now.
guys on the wall.
You see, are you going to the wall?
Yeah.
Those of you who do, you can see now encircling the keep are smaller and smaller groups of these raiders entering in from the town as they begin to encircle it from the front of the gate. And yeah, as you are now standing on the wall itself, looking into this swath of enemies, of raiders that are currently pillaging the town. You can see now a little bit better from the top of the keep's walls. You can see the entire town of Greenest is currently being lit aflame and pillaged by these attackers. There are many of them. They're going through the town, attacking people, attacking certain buildings, and you also notice again the blue adult dragon that flies around the town, scorching lightning at anyone who attempted to flee the outskirts.
It's not good.
We might actually be worse off in this keep.
Was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Can I? There was a commotion. Did you say there was a commotion inside the keep?
Inside,
other than just
outside the
people
keep.
being outside. Okay, no worries. Cool.
So, as you are on the keep's walls, are you looking for anyone, or are you looking for what are you doing?
I'm
Looking for arrows.
the governor.
Yes, the governor Night Hill.
Yes, of course. It is not a very hard person to find. You do see him. Governor Nightingale is currently also on the walls of the keep. Well, he's not exactly staying stationary. You see him. He is currently like walking on like on the side of the wall, and he has seen better days. You notice that the right side of his face and head are heavily bandaged, and his right arm hangs in a sling. You see his blue light tunic is stained with his own blood.
Oofed.
He's kind of like
Uh,
moving back and forth, looking down towards the raiders. At last.
Governor, we are here to assist. What is the plan?
Oh, it's you from last night. Good. Good, you came. I was afraid with that last night may have been the last time I saw you. There's a lot of problems, as you may have noticed. Blast. We're surrounded. We have enough people at the keep to fortify it, and I have gathered a few of the people that we could into it, but there's a lot more outside. We're gonna need aid.
If I may, they have a dragon. I don't know if fortifying will be enough. Is there any way out of the keep?
There is, and I really hope the dragon is not here for any prominent reason. These raiders seem mainly interested in the pillage. But if the dragon attacks the keep, then, well, we will need to hide in the basement. How about this? Perhaps you might be able to help. Right, it's a good fortune you came here. Timora gives me a minor blessing in this time of need. For those of you who are interested in knowing who Timora is, you can make me a religion check, obviously. Governor Nighthill says, there is a way out of the keep. Blast. This way is currently not used. There's an old tunnel down from the cellar that leads over to the banks of the stream. If you head down there, you should be able to open it from the other side, and it should allow you to sneak onto the river end. This way we can probably bring in people back in. Here's one of the keys, and from a bandolier of silver chained keys, the governor hands you one of them.
Okay.
So, holding the key, he says, head for the cellar and blast, gather whoever you can. You know, his hand, like, he touches some of the bandages that are starting to turn red from the blood. Try to reattach a couple. Blast. Be careful not be caught. There's some very unsavory individuals down there. As for your religion roles, Aiden and Balasar. Timora, for you, Aiden, she's a goddess, but you don't really recall what she's about. Balasar, you can recall that she's primarily a goddess of fortune and gambling a bit. But primarily a goddess of fortune. People revere her in times where they need good luck.
Right.
You see the governor turn to you. If you can gather anyone else from the keep, do so with haste. Most of the guardsmen, some of them are wounded, some of them are already stationed. This might take hours. If you need a moment of rest and respite, take as much time as you need.
So just to be clear, we're evacuating people out of the keep.
Not out of the keep. The keep is the safest place for people to be in right now. You
We'll
want
get people into the keep.
in.
Yeah. Go.
it should allow us to sneak people in without running into the gauntlet of enemies currently outside our gates. So,
I think those of us wearing heavy armor should stay in the keep, potentially keep watch, while the sneaky people
very.
try and...
If you go through the alternate, it should allow you to pass through most of the current raiders without being noticed, unless you are openly showing how you're entering. I don't believe they should know about the entrance.
Okay, should we all just go that way then, and go have a look?
I suppose, yes.
Yeah.
Gather you must. And the governor is going to continue patrolling. And I want to take a moment to say, everyone, you advance up to level 2.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
That was quick.
Yeah.
We did just skip like 3 fights by stealthing. Like,
Yeah, good point.
Yep. Now, we'll be honest, that was very close. We're talking if you rolled like 1 lower, you would have been caught. That was...
oh, I get my fighting down now.
Damn it, Aiden.
I also get my spell casting.
Yes.
What do I get? Level
As you get up to 2nd level, you can either choose to roll for hit points or take average. You get all of your features from your 2nd level, and you can even have a short rest if you want. This raid is going to take a long time to finish.
Very
Oh,
well.
I only got 4. Okay. Bit annoying.
And while you're leveling up, we're going to take a moment of a break, as I know that some of you may need some time to...
Just
Shuggle things about.
Yes, so we're going to be right back.
Sweet.
Oh.
Oh, I've got spellcasted now.
And we are back. Wow. So, hide that. Returning back, the party is currently stationed at the keep. And I think it is important, right now, to take a moment to say what the fuck you guys are. For those who are interested in watching this in the future. So, we're gonna start this with one of the players. So, let's start with Jurist. Who is your character?
Jurist is a hill dwarf, and he is a cleric of Moradin. And for looks, he's a short, robust hill dwarf with dark skin, possibly tan from the sun, or just really, really dirty. Who knows? Head is clean shaven, and he has scars all over his head, probably from rock falls and stuff, minor accidents. And he got a thick copper red beard that is neatly braided, cared for, and he got a couple of iron rings in it, holding it in place. And he's a good fella. Good fella.
Okay. Balasar, would you like to take a moment to just describe who your character is?
Yep, so Balasar is a Dragonborn Paladin of Bahamut, and was part of the Paladin Platinum Cadre. Yeah, we're going to go with that. And he is quite a tall, muscular Dragonborn with like jet black armor, wields quite a large onyx black shield, which has the platinum symbol of Bahamut, the dragon's profile head, on it. He tries to be as good and as just as possible, tries to defend the weak, and tries to be honourable wherever he can, but often believes that ends justify the means, even if the means can be slightly counterintuitive.
Very well. And Aiden, would you like to describe who your character is?
Aiden is an Azamar cleric of Gon. Aiden's from a far northern land and has travelled a very long way after receiving a sign from his deity. Aiden has extremely pale skin and silvery blonde hair with golden eyes, as more often do. Aiden is a good person, but a bit of a free spirit, and will do whatever comes to him in the heat of the moment.
Very well. Assassin, would you like to tell anything about your character?
Sasan is, well, is he human that his granddad was. He likes to tell everyone this, that his granddad was a renowned dragon slayer.
Hmm.
And he likes to tell everyone this because it gets people to like him. But he's always lived under his shadow, so he's constantly trying to prove that he's as good, if not better. So that means he might have taken some less than savory work at some points to try and go for the glory of it, which means that there are some people who don't like him. But
No way.
you know, a character that some people don't like? No way. Yeah, he's just a average built dude, beard. Oh, quite like myself. But no, to be honest, he's in a Greenest to try and lay low because there's people after him, and then he's just kind of get caught up in all this.
Very well. And last but definitely not least, Dust.
Ah, yes. Dust is a grey-furred tabaxi, or cat person. Was a traveller to the Sword Coast, but for events, he became embroiled with the Harpers, who he is now an agent for. And due to the events in his life, he's quite a lawful person. He seeks to help those in need where he can, and those events have driven him towards Greenest today.
Very well. So, as all of you are currently in the keep, and you are undertaking the task of securing the tunnel, make sure that it is operational, you make your way over to the basement. There are a few people here already that you notice. Give me a perception check if you're looking for anyone specific, otherwise we can just proceed on to the old tunnel. Very well. Making your way over towards the old tunnel, beneath the keep, onto the basement, the first thing that you see is that the door entering into this tunnel from the cellar, first of all, is covered in moss and it looks rusted. The silver has lost its color, and you can even see a couple of spiders just crawling through. Also, it is extremely dark down here. Those of you without dark vision, you have barely any visibility.
Urus is
hate
going
being
to
human
take
sometimes.
his bullseye lantern and go first. Now we got 60 feet of light in front of us.
You're using light, like the lantern?
Yeah, bullseye lantern.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Are you holding it on your person, Urist?
Yes.
Cool.
I'll follow closely behind.
Very well. So, as you go to enter into the lock, into the cellar, are you using the key to enter?
Yeah.
Can you give me a dexterity check?
Who? All of us?
No, the one who's opening the door. The lock.
Dexterity check. Not a saving throw, just a check.
Yeah, the lock is rusty.
Oh well.
So you... Come on. Blast it. It doesn't open.
I want to boot it down then. With a massive roar.
Sure. Make a strength check.
Just a straight strength check.
Yeah, strength.
Well, that worked.
You see the
I'm a
door
big
just
boy.
break off its rusty hinges and goes, and it echoes through the tunnel.
I feel that this is not a time for finesse.
And if someone is down there, they know we're coming now.
Yes.
Well, we need to make it fair.
As you are entering,
Just looks at the region.
there is still darkness, but with your bullseye lantern, you can all see the myriad of cobwebs and, well, untarnished and really unkept walls of this tunnel. There's a little bit of water from like a leak somewhere beneath the keep. This place has not really been kept up to the best standard, probably because it is not being used a lot. As you're walking down, I think it is only appropriate that I drop you over to the map.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whoa, a dungeon and there's dragons?
Oh my.
Holy shit. The prophecies are true.
I was missold this product.
So you can move however you want. You do see all the way up to the end of this tunnel. However, you don't see anyone else in here.
Alright,
Well,
look for traps.
This is an escape tunnel, but sure, go for it.
well, there might be some loose cobbles. I
There's one tile right there that's suspicious looking.
Make an investigation check.
I'll keep an eye out for things. Yeah.
My intelligence isn't the best.
Good to know.
I have a -1 intelligence.
You are looking around, checking the traps with your weapons to see, checking the tiles to see, like, is this trapped? No, no. Why
My
would-
expertise, particularly.
Where is the trap that the governor would send us to die in? Come on, it has to be somewhere.
I don't trust any of it.
I didn't trust him at all.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
Just being cautious that we echoed down the corridor and that maybe enemies anywhere is going to sneak up to this corner. You can see.
Okay, make a stealth check if you're sneaking.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna stay exactly where I am.
Fair point. Okay.
I'm gonna try and stealth up as well.
He's going to peek his head round the corner.
You don't see anything except. You notice a couple of rice. Wow, a couple of mice are scurrying now
Delicious.
around. And as you are leaning in to see, you notice that these mice are from not that you said just a couple onto this corridor. There's like about 60 or so black mice that are just scurrying through the cobwebs into the crevices and cracks of this single corridor. As they go, they just kind of like they're scurrying in front of your very eyes, and they are very dirty, dirty mice.
Vermin. Bring that lamp.
You're just going join the group over
As you're
here?
advancing and the light comes, you see the mice just kind of turn towards it, and you can hear the squeaking go. As you are approaching. Huh. Look at that. You see the rats immediately like just become extremely aggressive, and they start to scurry towards your direction, squeaking with fervor. I need everyone to roll me initiative against the rats.
Wow.
Ooh,
I
Oh,
have
no.
advantage. Yay.
we're gonna die.
21.
Very well. You have chosen death.
Poorly.
Okay, this time I was actually better.
Ah,
Excellent. We shall now enter into combat.
I'll just wait here, guys.
You have big faith in your companions. I like it. Sasan, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up and hit it twice with the short sword.
Go for it.
13.
That hits.
Forget the 2 because they're not humanoids. Sorry, I'll go turn it off.
Sure, you deal 8 points of damage, half because this is a swarm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
So you kill about four mice as you cleave your sword, stabbing them into like a shish kebab of mice. 17 hits.
The 5.
2 more damage. The mice look extremely agitated. Outright,
Not much else I can do.
yeah, squeaking at you with anger, like.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
I forgot something. Yeah. Next up, it would seem that it's Dust.
Dust is gonna take a step forward and try and cut a swath through them.
Cool. Go for it.
He's not.
Yeah, you. You stab your rapier straight into the loose tiles of this old tunnel passage, and it gets stuck. You see that all of the mice, all of the rats, like scurry away from where you thrust the rapier towards, and you're like, what the? Yeah.
It's gonna...
For a moment, it's stuck there, like, crap.
So I'm going to abandon my rapier then.
No, you pull it out. It's just an embarrassing moment right next to the human before you like.
I was aiming for a particularly fat one. That's why.
Waiting for the big one.
Yeah. Thought I'd get the leader. Discourage them all. I'm going to use my cunning action to disengage
Ah, wise.
and run away in shame.
Okay.
Come here, little kitty.
For you.
Aiden.
10, 15, 20, and once again I will cast my cantrip on Toll Dead at this one here.
Toll the Dead? But that will kill it.
Yep.
Oh.
Make
Sure.
it.
That is a 7. The mice take 10 points of necrotic damage. As you see about 10 of the rats in the swarm just immediately start squeaking, and they jump into the air, flip upside down, and they drop onto the ground. Just... The swarm is still clinging. Is there anything else you want to do for your turn?
No thank you.
Right, Jurist, you are faster than rats.
Well, that's a good thing. Yuri is going to cast Bless on Balazar, Aiden, and Sasson.
Okay. Very well. An interesting decision here. So you chose Balazar. Let's represent it with this idol, sure. It's a buff. Balazar, Aiden, and yourself?
No, Sasson.
Me.
Okay.
I'm gonna give myself something too.
Oh,
That won't
Balazar,
work.
Assassin, and yourself. Okay, sorry.
No, Balazar, Aiden, and Sasson.
I suck at listening. Yeah, very well.
I'm concentrating on it though.
Yeah, you do. And as you call for the Forge Father to aid your companions in this time of need, you all see your weapons glow this a powerful orange magical aura on them. As for a moment, each of you have a small dwarven image just gonna appear to your side, giving you advice, like, "You're gonna be smacking right here." Cool. And it disappears.
And that is my turn.
Yes, Yes, magic comes in all forms and sizes. The rat, well, this swarm is gonna make a. Yeah, this swarm is like, nah, they're gonna just disperse and hide on the crevices of the old tunnel. They are not dealing with this. The other swarm, however, is fine and healthy and ready for some nimbling. It is going to attack Shashan. Oh, it has to literally just go, eh. The swarm jumps on you. The rats climb up from the bottom of your pants, like into your pants. They just swarm around your torso and they start to bite.
Okay.
It's gonna try to bite you. Yeah, I'm waiting for roll 20. Ooh, that's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 7 points of piercing damage as a bunch of rats start biting all over your body, and this is not sanitary. For you specifically, this is probably a terrible situation to be in.
I've got cholera now.
Don't say that, please.
Play D&D, get some fantasy stuff. Cholera.
Beautiful high fantasy world involving cholera and dysentery.
Balasar, it's your turn.
Oh, so are the rats on him?
Oh, you're literally on him, yes.
So let's not go swinging my sword at them then. That's probably not a great idea.
I'm one with the rats.
You rat man. Do they count as one creature?
No, they are many
No,
creatures.
Many. I could.
Oh, you could breathe.
I could breathe. Yeah, I'm not gonna breathe fire all over him. That's just that. Yeah. Sacrifices must be made for the greater good. No,
We barely know the guy.
I would like to cast Shield of Faith on Sasson.
Very
Which
well.
is, hang on, where is it?
You can cast. Yeah, excellent.
you
You whip up your hand in a familiar manner, and guided by Bahamut's voice, you see the silver dragon's visage kind of like form as an ethereal silvery draconic head that takes the form of a barrier around the human ranger.
Cool, and then I can use my movement still, right?
Yes,
Right, cool. So.
and that's a bonus action. You still have an action.
Oh, I do. Could I try and make? Can I try and just like hit some of the rats off of him with my hands?
Certainly.
Just like pull some
Go for
off.
it.
What would I be using for that? For that check?
Make an attack roll and add a d4 because you're blessed.
So just make an attack roll.
Yes, and then roll 1d4.
Whoop.
Okay, 17. 17 hits. Roll for damage.
So that's just my. Apologies. That would be. So the. There you go. Sorry. Is that right? Did I do that right? Or is that wrong?
No, you did that correctly.
Sweet.
You're using only a single sword right now. You're not having a shield on you.
Oh, apologies. In which case, I've clicked the wrong one. That's my bad. Let me do that again. So, that, and then that.
No, it's okay. It's the dueling thing that I'm asking you for. It's the little damage modifier on the on the tick beneath your weapons.
Yeah, so I am using a shield right now. So
Okay, so
I
you're
clicked
not
the wrong one
dueling,
initially.
I'm assuming, because I think it requires to have you one weapon, one arm free. If I'm not incorrect.
No, dueling. You can do it with a shield in your hand.
Oh, excellent.
It
Then
says-
yeah, 16 damage on the first attack, so that's 8
Yeah.
points of damage. Sorry, that was my mistake on
Yeah.
not remembering dueling how that works.
Yeah, it's when wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons.
So yeah, I can still allegedly I can still use a shield as well.
Yes, it specifies other weapons. Sure. Yeah,
Sweet.
you begin to hack into the rats on top of him, miraculously missing the ranger that is currently being swarmed by rats, just tossing a couple of them off of him. Sashan, you are currently swarmed by rats.
Can I get the rats off me, please?
You could try to walk away. Sure.
Would that work?
Yeah, if
I'm
you.
going-
You
Move
just-
out of the swarm of rat space. Yeah,
Yeah, give me a dexterity check as you're trying to get them off of you.
just pure dexterity.
Yeah, or a saving throw, actually.
Oh, well, it's probably not going to succeed either way.
13. As you're just going like, ah! And you sort of wave your hands to get these blasted rats off of you as they drop to the ground behind you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn on you fucking rat bastards. I'm gonna start stabbing again.
Sure, go for it.
Is this flanking?
Yes, it is. You are flanking a swarm of rats. That
Fuck!
hits.
Oh,
They don't wear armor, they're rats. It's Ratatouille.
there's so many of them.
Yeah, that hits also. Oh god, that's no damage.
Oh dear.
My turn.
Yeah, that is. Wow. That is cursed. That is no damage with the second attack. Wow. Okay, Dust, your turn.
It's gonna.
Maybe I should have gone for 2 weapon fighting.
No, they're a bit preoccupied. The rats is gonna run back in. It's gonna attempt to. Well, where can he stand here? Here?
Yeah, you can stand on the space below them and stab the rats.
Yeah, try and kebab them.
Yeah. That hits. They're not wearing armor. They are rats.
And
And they're dead rats as you sneak attack. The swarm in disperse is harmless.
they never saw it coming.
Okay. With that, you finish off the last of the rats. And unfortunately, the Ratatouille sequel is cancelled. But hey, on the good part, now the old tunnel is free of vermin. And on the other
You
end,
guys go first.
and on the other end, you see a grate.
Oh, guys. That's great.
Slow hanging fruit, high resistance. Like, loot the rats. No, we're gonna continue.
If you
Find a
want,
small
you can,
chef.
if you want, you can have a rat, sure.
No. I'm gonna
Can I
attempt
use,
to.
sorry, I was gonna say, can I use healing hands on Sasson?
Yes, you can. It's an action to use healing hands, and because you're a second level paladin, you have 5 extra hit points to your pool, so you have 10 in total.
Nice.
Cool. So I'm gonna give you 5. That's what you're gonna
That
have.
is more than I could ask for, so thank you very much.
It's okay.
Very well.
Have you heard the good news about Bahamut while I have you here?
Every time.
I don't really like dragons that much.
Oh no! But you must understand the complexity.
Dude, I know. I think we got more important things to be dealing with.
We got pamphlets.
I'm surrounded by religious zealots.
There's like 2 clerics and the paladin literally all around you, and you're like, fuck.
Oh god, surrounded by weirdos, Ranger. I'm gonna attempt to stealthily go up to the grate, even though I know we just caused a commotion, but that's just my method operandi.
Stealth.
Stealth, man.
Sure.
That's what I do. Not very well, apparently.
Okay, you
Stealth.
sneak like a kitty cat all the way up the grate.
You're going first this
Yeah.
time.
So can't see through the grate.
No, it is to give you an image, this grate, there is in between, like, we are talking leaves, vines, rust, muck, and dirt, and probably sludge that you don't know where it is from.
That's
But
the
there-
only way forward.
Yeah, sorry, but there is also a lock on it.
Ah.
Do we still have that key?
I'm gonna pass the key to. I'm gonna look at the 4 guys behind me. Who looks the strongest? It's probably the dragon.
It is. I am quite strong.
Balasar, you attempt this time and try and be a bit more subtle.
Yes, I'm going to try and quietly lift this gate, if possible.
I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Wise. Make a dexterity check.
Me, make a dexterity.
Yes.
Oh.
Could I help him?
That went well.
Could I help him?
Sure. How are you helping him?
I'm helping him turn the key.
Oh, wow.
No, you know when the lock is like kind of off center and like someone needs to like wiggle it a bit so the key can actually go
Okay,
in
so are you
properly. And
touching
that's
the
what I'm
lock
doing.
to help him?
No, like the grate itself. Like
Oh.
it's like too far down or too far up. I'm like shuggling it.
I'll allow it. Give me a Constitution check. While
I'm a
you're
very
helping,
impatient dragonborn right now.
Constitution check. You had to pick the thing I'm bad at.
Okay, and you have advantage on the rolls, Balasar.
Oh, I'm poisoned now, am
Tetanus. That's a cholera.
I? Call it tennis.
So roll again another dexterity check because you have advantage on the roll because you're being helped.
Okay, cool.
Plus 1d4.
Oh,
Well,
look at that.
wow,
And
I
then
would-
plus 1d4.
Yeah, plus 1d4. You don't roll again with advantage because you rolled previously one of the rolls. So when you roll once
doesn't
and
matter.
I say you can roll again because you have advantage, you don't roll 2 more dice. You roll 1 more dice.
Sorry, yep. Apologies.
No
Yep,
worries.
Cool.
That is a 13. That is enough to open the grate as you go. As you see Sassan's hands or gloves being covered in this wretched slime. And I'm gonna be honest, Sassan, you take a moment. You have to take a moment to excuse yourself because you feel your dinner returning to you.
One moment, guys.
Yeah, no, it's just like
Someone
waste
pass me a
time.
water skin to wash this off, please.
There's a
The
little bit of
roleplay I came
rainbow in the tunnel.
Please. Water. Somebody.
And I'm gonna give him my water skin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick my hands out so I can clean this shit off.
Yeah, you just start to clean off the shit. Like, oh. As you're looking, yeah, as you're opening the grate, you see something. Surprisingly, this is succeeded. You see a little creature by the bank. Small little kobold. Just looking at the water. And thankfully, it is still day outside. Because your lantern does not give you immediately away.
Gonna
Do you want
peek
to
my
go
head
sneak
out.
up and stab him?
Well, I'm just gonna make sure he's not got friends. Can I guess my previous stealth roll. Can I roll for stealth again, or can I try and like?
Sure, go for
Sorry.
it.
So I want to go out, see if he's got any friends, and if he's not, attack him. So stealth. I am the knight.
You can peek out about 5 feet if you want to check, yeah?
5 feet. Okay, that's
People?
there's a lot
What do
more.
you see?
I'm gonna take stock of the situation. Peek back in. There's creatures each side and some humans. Well, actually, I couldn't quite see. But there's a lot of them out there. It's not just alone. We'll be surrounded if we go outside the tunnel.
So what do we do?
Well, right now we have advantage. We have the element of surprise. I say, I head out there, I strike fast, and then you all burst out. Unless you can match my, stealthiness. Better way to put that.
Sounds like a good plan.
Ultimately, we don't want them
Mhm.
knowing about this entrance. And if they turn around, they'll see it now. So, I wish to. Guess I'll head out as far as I can and try and gang some.
Yeah, and also our ranger. Do you want to?
Yeah, either I sneak out with him, or I just like knock an arrow now and then like ready in action for when
Yeah.
you stab somebody, and then I shoot it.
Yeah, that's good. And then all us big boys will wait.
I can only see this one, so you have to go sneak up on a different one and stab them.
Very well.
So when I went out, was anyone looking towards my direction, Spyro?
Currently, not a lot of them are looking towards the grate. Because of your stealth, I'm gonna say that they are not paying attention towards the bushes whatsoever.
Right. I want to go out, go this way, try and get him.
Are you attacking?
Can I this up?
I'm gonna ready up on his shoulder.
I'm gonna knock an arrow to shoot this fucking kobold.
Okay, we're
So I want
gonna...
to.
Yeah, okay. Cool. We're really quickly gonna go into initiative. I'm gonna give you a surprise round.
Ah.
So roll initiative.
Wow. Wow.
You're just counting coins in the back.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's a short fella.
Oh, I am standing in front of you. That is fair. Just hopping to look over my shoulder.
So, these kobolds and the cultists have separate swarm tactics. So, one initiative is for the kobolds, one initiative is for the cultists. Right, Dust of the Path, you're the first in the surprise attack.
Makes sense. I'm gonna head out here, quick as I can, and try and spear this little guy for the heart.
Go for it. As you jump out from the bush, just onto the back of him, he goes. That hits.
Phew.
Yeah. He says, "Wait, we're ambushed." As you thrust the rapier straight through his little chest. Yeah, no.
And then I'm gonna try and use my cunning action to hide.
Cool.
Stealth.
Also, bless is over, by the way.
Is bless over.
Yes.
And I'll hide in the bush. That'll be me.
Aiden. What do you want to do?
I think Scott, your mic might be muted.
Yep, I was muted, apologies. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at this man.
Go for it.
Which I'm...
11 does not hit. As you fire a bolt of divine energy, you see the cultist go, "What? They came from the bushes!" Ah! He ducks into the side as the bolt passes by him.
Then I'm gonna just dip back into the corner here a bit. And end my turn.
Cool.
Shame.
Balasar?
So we've gone loud at this point. So 1, 2, 3. Can I move diagonally or?
Yes, of course. Diagonal movement, I don't have it be extra movement, so you can move 5 feet diagonally however you choose.
So I'm gonna go here and then gonna make an attack on this kobold.
Yes, I'm sorry if I did not
Swing.
mention this earlier. I should have mentioned that.
No, that's right.
All that hits.
18, and then
Oh god, it's dead. It yeeps in surprise as you appear from the little grate on the ground and just rush it. Also,
cool.
Jesus
And
Christ.
then That's it. End my turn.
Oh yeah, you know, just casual, just 15 damage, level 2, nice. No smite.
Murder.
Sasha.
No smite either. Yeah.
The kobolds
Yeah,
have the
no.
surprise, the emoticon on them as you appear.
Is it just me or is the outside bit dark as well?
Yeah. I can only really see it. I can't really see that much on the map at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
if I
like
go outside, I can only see 5 feet in front of me.
No worries. Since we have gone through the tunnel, I'm just gonna disable
Yeah.
dynamic light, if that's the case. Since, yeah.
Because I was gonna peek out and see if there's anyone I could shoot, but I can't see anything.
Yeah. I just assumed that I just ran out blindly.
Ah.
Oh, there's a. Oh, okay. There's a lot.
there's a few
Yeah.
of them, yeah.
Yeah, I had 60 feet dark vision, so I was able to see a lot. I didn't realize you guys couldn't see anything.
Yeah, same. No problem, guys. They're all there.
I'm a puny human.
Just an angry dragon who decided to run out and smush a little
Yep.
dragon.
This one right here,
Donate today. Stop dragon on dragon.
I'm gonna run up to it and smack it with my short sword.
Yeah. Go for it.
But the Natural Explorer,
Oh my
Yes,
god.
I know.
I have advantage because he hasn't gone yet, right?
Against creatures that have not taken. Yeah. Yeah. Their surprise condition ended, so they're no longer surprised, but they still have not acted.
Is it still alive?
Oh god, no.
Okay.
Just stop bullying kobolds.
No.
Kobolds are people too.
No, they're not.
They're literally
No.
not actually. No, you're right.
I'm gonna move over to the cultist and second bonus action stab.
Well, the
Yep.
GD's fucked up.
Nice.
Ah, no.
No, I'm not.
The cultist takes out the scimitar that he has on the side and just surprisingly just blocks it.
That'll be my turn.
Sure.
Revised Ranger, good question mark.
Jurist.
Jurist is going to run out over here and is going to cast Guiding Bolt
On whom?
on this guy.
Okay, go for it.
So many guiding bolts.
Nope.
No, the cultist just kind of leans to the side, and you see the bolt kind of hit the ground right next to him as a divine hammer of Murden is conjured from your hands, flies towards him with what appears to be like rocky textures kind of flying behind it. The cultist starts towards you with a bit of an interesting expression. Interesting.
I'm gonna move over here and finish my turn.
Very well. Dust.
Do I think he can see me? Did I take the hide action?
Not really. He's not really focused on you right now.
I've got to. So would I get advantage on attacking him, or
You
how does
would
that work?
because
Hide
you would because he's not aware of you, and also sneak attack would trigger anyway because you have an ally next to him.
Excellent. So let's. Yeah, I tend to go behind him and just stab him through the torso.
That will
No
hit.
problem.
If it was normal, you wouldn't hit. This cultists are apparently very hard to hit. Neat. Roll that.
Behind you.
Could you just do like in Khajiit, but just behind you?
If I disconnect. And then
Yes.
after doing that, I will cunning action and disengage.
All right, with
About
your
10 feet.
rapier, you kind of like make a slash on his back as you just dash out from the shrubbery. The cultist, in surprise of you appearing, turns towards you. Blasted! Is that a cat?
Back to the bushes! Ha!
Maik knows many things.
He's not just a cultist, he's a racist as well.
Real
Um,
smart.
Did you disengage?
Yes, I use my cunning action.
Okay.
I can do that every round, yeah.
Yep. Aiden.
Yep.
Okay. I will move. Oops. 5.
Hello. This might not be expected, but yes, the video ends with me. Sorry. Unfortunately, most of the ending of the session has been corrupted from Twitch not recording the whole session. That is my fault. I did not record it proper, so Don't worry, nothing important happened. The party managed to defeat the enemies and the kobolds, and managed to even have one of the cultists survive. The next session is coming out on Sunday, and I will be very happy to see you then. Until then, stay tuned, and I hope that you enjoy watching us going through this campaign. There is still way much more to come, and I appreciate very much that you sat down and watched this with your friends or on your own. Thank you.